In a green and peaceful forest, there was a little rabbit living in a cozy burrow. She made her home with soft moss, dry leaves, and some feathers she found. This burrow was her world, and she was happy living there alone. One sunny morning, a curious squirrel was hopping through the forest. When he saw the rabbit's little home, he stopped and flew to her. He greeted the rabbit in a friendly voice and asked how she was. The rabbit, who usually felt lonely, smiled and was happy to talk to someone. She thought to herself, "It's been a long time since someone cared about me." From that day on, the squirrel and the rabbit met every day. They talked, laughed, and spent time together finding food. Slowly, the rabbit started to think that the squirrel was her true friend. One afternoon, while they were looking for food, they came to a nearby farm. On the ground, there were bright orange pumpkins. The squirrel, who loved the color, pointed at the pumpkins and said, "Look at these pumpkins. Let's have a fun game. Let's see who can eat the most pumpkins." The rabbit was unsure but thought it would be fun. The squirrel added, "The winner gets to decide what happens to the other." The rabbit felt a little nervous, but she trusted the squirrel and agreed to the game. The game began. The rabbit, being honest, started eating the pumpkins. The sharp taste made her throat burn, but she kept going. The squirrel, on the other hand, tricked the rabbit. He pretended to eat but secretly hid some of the pumpkins under the leaves when the rabbit wasn't looking. At the end of the game, the squirrel said proudly, "I won. Now you belong to me." The rabbit was shocked. She had trusted the squirrel, but now she saw his true colors. He wasn't a true friend. The squirrel wanted to trick her and eat her. The rabbit, though small, was clever. She stayed calm and said, "All right, you can eat me. But first, you must clean your paws. They look very dirty. If you want to eat me, you should clean yourself first." The squirrel, driven by his greed, agreed and flew to the stream to wash his paws. But the stream said, "I will not give you water unless you bring me a bucket." So the squirrel went to the carpenter and asked for a wooden bucket. The carpenter replied, "I can make a bucket, but I need some wood. Bring me some wood, and I will make it for you." The squirrel hurried to the forest and began digging up the wood. But the trees said, "We cannot give you wood. If you want our branches, bring us a saw." The squirrel went to the blacksmith and asked for a saw. The blacksmith said, "I can make you a saw, but I need fire. Bring me fire first." The squirrel rushed to a nearby house where a woman was cooking. He asked for fire, and she handed him a lit match. The squirrel took it, but the fire quickly spread, and soon his fur caught on fire. He tried to fly away, but it was too late. His greed and tricks led to his own destruction. The rabbit, safe in her burrow, learned an important lesson. She realized that a friend who tricks you is not a real friend. The world doesn't help those who act with greed and dishonesty. Just like the squirrel, those who lie and cheat will eventually face the consequences of their actions. This story teaches us that even though lying may work for a while, it will always hurt us in the end. Honesty may be hard at times, but it will always protect us.